Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Monday, March 20th, 2017. Welcome back everyone. I hope everyone had a great week, and I have great news. When I went on break, I had 581 subs, and now that I'm back, I've got 593, which means the channel can sustain itself and no longer needs me. It's been a good run, and you can't argue with success. I'll miss you all, and remember, I'll always be with you. Bye! See ya! Bye! See you later. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm really happy to be back. I feel really refreshed and I'm ready to do another 10 weeks. So let's start with my favorite game of all time, Kerbal Space Program. And this is the only article that I'm going to pull from a few days ago because it is my favorite game. KSP is getting an expansion called Making History, in which Kerbalnauts will have the opportunity to play out real-world missions using your favorite green-skinned spacemen and women. No pricing or release information has been detailed just yet, but those who bought Kerbal before the end of April of 2013 will get this expansion for free. The only weirder thing in space is the expansion to Goat Simulator called Waste of Space DLC. It's already out on PC but releases next week for PS4, where it's sure to be a waste of space on your hard drive. However, this week, Super Mario Run is releasing for Android on Thursday, March 23rd. Snake Pass, a 3D platformer, has you slithering around as a snake and is releasing to Steam on March 28th for $19.99 US dollars, €19.99 euros, or $16.99 British pounds. Coming to PSVR is Korix, a real-time strategy game that incorporates tower defense elements and will be releasing the same day, March 28th. Dead Rising 4 has some story DLC coming, which will allow you to play as Frank West, the protagonist from the very first Dead Rising game. It's coming to Xbox One and Windows 10 Store on April 4th. In mod news, Zero Suit Samus has been worked into Street Fighter V, replacing the character Cammy as an option. This is not a free mod, and you will have to subscribe to the maker's Patreon in order to have access to it. What do you think about PC mods being behind a paywall? Let me know in the comment section down below, please. A glitch has been discovered in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which allows Link to walk underwater if you get knocked back into it. No word from Nintendo on if or when this will be fixed. In other Breath of the Wild news, you have to start a whole new account on either Switch or Wii U if you want to start a separate save file. Kotaku's Jason Schreier reports that he almost deleted his save file to let his fiancée play. I'd like to mention that my wife did warn me about this too, and it is easy enough to work around. I don't think the game should be at fault for it. A little more on Breath of the Wild coming up later. If you want to see all the cards in the upcoming Journey to Ungoro expansion for Hearthstone, PC Gamer has you covered, showing off all 16 new cards, which you can find a link to in the description down below, along with links for sources for all of today's stories. It's been discovered that the Switch can only take 1,000 screenshots, and the system will not let you take any more. You can then move them to an SD card and then store them on PC, so this really doesn't seem like a limitation. 1,000 is a lot of pictures after all. In an interview with Gixel, Marcin Iwinski of CD Projekt Red said that when he started out, he had no clue on how to make games. That reminds me a lot about this show because I still have no idea how to make YouTube videos, or much less how to run a damn channel. There are two rumors going around, the first one being a possible sequel to The Evil Within, because of a Japanese job listing for Psycho Break 2, which happens to be the Japanese name. Nothing is confirmed on this just yet, but stay tuned to News Cartridge for more updates. Our second rumor comes to us from yet another job listing, but this one for something that could be titled Pokemon Stars. Game Freak is hiring for a character modeler, as well as a 3D CG designer, with both jobs ending in May of 2018. Again, nothing is confirmed, and both of these titles sound like they're in the planning phase, so there wouldn't be anything to show for them just yet. Which brings us to our final topic of the day, being Mass Effect Andromeda, and all of the talk surrounding it, as the game releases tomorrow, and it has already brewed up its fair share of controversy. And as per usual, I'm gonna get the boring stuff out of the way first, with NVIDIA releasing driver 378.92 with official driver support for Andromeda. And if you want to see how Andromeda is going to run on your machine, Kotaku has a pretty good article, with videos included, showing a number of different systems running the game. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, it was going around the internet over the weekend that a celebrity cosplayer and model was the lead facial animator for Mass Effect Andromeda. Now the first thing I want to say is yes, I did retweet a rebuttal to the article that this originated from. The first thing I would like to address is this article from Polygon, which mentions Gamergate, and while the person who created the original article is a Gamergate advocate, this does not involve Gamergate in any way. There's no need to bring shit up when shit don't need to be brought up. The article in question, however, is completely false, as the woman in question did work for EA at one point in her career, but did not work as an animator for Andromeda. This comes very shortly after Jim Sterling was harassed online, including having his website DDoSed and having attempts at overtaking his social media for his score of 7 out of 10 for Breath of the Wild. Which, by the way, I'm a few hours into, and I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 game. There are problems, and they can easily be fixed. Now, the point of all of this is to once again say that online harassment is never okay in any shape or form. If you want to go ask somebody a reasonable question or start a conversation with somebody you see on YouTube or Twitch, I think in most cases that's fine. But to go to someone and tell them that they should be fired for their job, or they should be ashamed of what they do, or the other vile things that were said, is just not acceptable. In both of these instances, the one with the model, whose name is Allie Rose Marie, or with Jim Sterling, you should not be fired for having an opinion that is different from somebody else's, or be ashamed of the job that you never had in the first place. I'm really happy that in spite of this event occurring, awareness of this harassment seems to be spreading, and of course, it's ubiquitous that it's a terrible thing. So if you're out there and you're angry about hearing something like the lead animator for Mass Effect Andromeda was a celebrity cosplayer, how about asking some questions or starting a conversation rather than outright attacking that person? It really doesn't matter who you talk to about your anger either, unless that person says something like, you know what, we should go harass that person. Sounds like a great idea. Yeah, no, don't do that. So where do you think this comes from? Why do you think this action takes place? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know what takes place at the end of every show? It's tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Mass Effect Andromeda, City Rush, Splody, Tokaiden 2, Narborian Saga, Troll and I, Mole Men Must Die, and Skip Chaser. For PlayStation 4, Mass Effect Andromeda, Everything, Touhou Genso Wanderer, Troll and I, Tokaiden 2, Freedom Planet, Touhou Double Focus, Rayon Riddles, Rise of the Goblin King, Royal Defense, and Death Tales. For Xbox One, Mass Effect Andromeda, and Troll and I. For PlayStation Vita, Touhou Genso Wanderer, Tokaiden 2, and Touhou Double Focus. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And what do you call a robot whose sole purpose is to have one-night stands? Nuts and bolts. It is good to be back. I am really, really happy to be back doing the show. I got a couple of requests to say, are you doing the show tomorrow? Please let me please do the show tomorrow. We have no news. Philip DeFranco is on break. You're on break. I don't have news. Yay. I'm liked. I'm beloved. Hooray. Thank you everybody out there. I don't know. You being a YouTube celebrity isn't like it hasn't kicked in yet. Like I know it's like almost 600 subs is not a small channel anymore. I'm not a tiny channel anymore. You know, back when, you know, you've got like 200 or 300 subs. Like, I'm a little bit bigger, but it's just like, I'm not nobody. I'm Dandruff. So, whatever. That's cool. I got some stuff in the works, I think. I guess I'm gonna be on MGN's channel streaming on YouTube this week sometime. I don't know when. Leonore of my MGN is scaring me, wanting me to do more things, wanting me to be on camera more and to talk to people. I don't know how to do that. Let's see, the other thing is I might do a debate this weekend. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's a little bit weird. We'll have to see on that one. What was the other thing I wanted to bring up? Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild. Currently, I've played 10 hours of it, roughly. I know I'm taking my time at it because that's how I like to play games. I play games at my own pace, and I know I take my take my sweet time with it. I have to go around and collect everything that I can. If I see something, I have to get it. If there's a chest over there, I have to get that chest. That chest is over there, and I can't just let that chest go. There could be rupees in that chest. There could be a Bombachu. There's no Bombachu. There could be opals. There could be ambers. There could be anything. There's so many collectibles in the freaking game. It's really kind of like, it's cool. It's good. It's a good game, but I'm at about an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, 8.5 is a good score. I think if the story comes back together and like it's got a really good story, it's got a really good ending, it's probably gonna get a 9.0 from me in terms of just like arbitrary score. So expect a 9.0, at minimum 8. I don't see it going below 8 in terms of my own opinion. I really do like the game. It's just there's problems with it, and there's not problems like hardware problems. I know I'm a PC snob, I know that, but playing at 30 FPS, I'm willing to deal with that. Playing at 20 FPS, 20 because I walked into a town. That's not even my biggest concern, okay? My biggest concern is I think there should be a weapon queue, and I think that there should be a button to eat food. So you don't have to pause combat. Is that too much to ask? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. How are you enjoying Breath of the Wild? I like it. I quite like it. I think it's good. I think everybody should play it. Social media links are over here. Go click on the things in the top of the description. There, you can't click on these. Sorry. But you can click on this, which is to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's a great channel. It's a wonderful channel. I hear it's good. People tell me it's good, and I believe them. Or click over here for yesterday's episode. Yesterday's episode? I didn't do anything yesterday. I haven't done anything for a week. Click over here for the last episode that I did, which was last week, Tuesday. I've screwed up the end card. Bye!